101.3 Roe FM.
You already know what it is.
Turn it up.
Jaco.
Can't leave you alone. Can't leave you alone. No matter what they say about you, I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone. It don't matter what they try to do, I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
Good morning.
Girl, I love the way you wind up on it. I love it when you lick up on it. Girl, I like it when you eat.
Ay.
Baby, tell me what you.
How are you doing this morning? It's Tuesday.
I like the screwing. Girl, I love how you move it. Really nobody screwing.
Grab a cup and pull up. Let's go.
I was looking for somebody to guide me, somebody to.
It's 101.3 Roe FM WEVI Ambush Tea in the morning, each and every weekday morning. You already know what time it is with your girl Neeks.
No matter what they say about you, I can't leave you all alone. I can't leave you all alone. It don't matter what they try to do, I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone. I love it when you sit down on it. Girl, I love the way you wind up on it.
Is that. Time for blood pumping. Let's go.
On it. I joking, yeah, you the girl, you sexy in them curls, you the only girl I see who can rock my world, girl. I don't want to go, I don't want to leave you. I just want your love, I just want to breathe you. Do you want to love forever?
That's right.
I need it.
St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Totola, BVI, Puerto Rico. How you doing?
No matter what they say about you, I can't leave you alone.
No, I can't leave you alone.
It don't matter what they try to do, I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
That's right, USVI, believe it.
Girl, I love you.
BVI, believe it.
I love
No matter how much we don't leave, we must come back because why? I can't leave you alone. Yes. If you out there getting your reps in and your steps in, do an extra set for me. I see you. Hey. It's the 7th day of July, ladies and gentlemen. Moseying on through the summer. Surviving the heat. Lord, I just gotta say, I hope everybody's enjoying their Tuesday so far. You know, we're already 2 days into the week, 7 days into the month, 7 months into the year. Lord of mercy. You know, I like to say, time flies when you're having fun. Y'all definitely been having a whole lot of fun with me all year long. And we're about to let up anytime soon. We're getting ready to get back to school in just a little bit already, right? I feel like it just started summer and bam, it's already back to school time. You're starting to see backpack giveaways rolling out. And as you know, every year annually, 101.3 Roe FM WEVI, don't forget the VI. We make sure that we looking out for ours, okay? For we VI. So you know we have not one, but 2 backpack giveaways that's coming up, one on St. Thomas and one on St. Croix as well. We do annually. Shout out to the whole crew, the whole team, all the sponsors, because Lord knows we have them, okay? Lord knows the community definitely comes out and shows out and steps out with us to make sure that we taking care of all our little ones. No child should definitely be left behind at all, okay? Not just in the classroom, but in preparation for the classroom as well. And that's what this is all about, community taking care of self. So we're going to be doing the first one on the 18th of July, and the second one is going to be on the 25th in St. Thomas. The first one over here on St. Croix, you know, we showing out big time for the one time. You already know we're going to be right there in front of one of our sponsors for the Bush Tea in the Morning Show. All right, My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop right there in the Barron Spot Shopping Center. So you guys make sure to come on out and support. Of course, you know, it's not just about the giveaway. We try to make sure the kids have a good time as well, too. So there'll be goodies, there'll be snacks. There'll be other ways for them to win prizes. Last year, I remember we gave away my 5 boxes. So imagine you getting ready for school and you just doubled down on the internet. I'm telling you, like, what more you want? And remember, the station is always making sure to look out for you. It's 101.3 Roe FM. That's right, because it's not you, VI. It's not me, VI. It's we, VI. And 101.3 is everything Virgin Islands. All of it. The good, the bad, in between, and all the things, you know. We here. All right. So I want to say a huge shout out to our sponsors making this show a possibility for you every single weekday right here. All right. Every morning, make sure you grab a cup and pull up to 101.3 and Bush Tea in the morning, because My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop make sure that you can. All right. And they say to make sure that you remember to play Caribbean Lottery. You got your scratch offs, your Powerball, your Pick 3, your Pick 4s, Payday, and so much more. You got everything from lighters and incense, the largest array of rolling papers this side of the equator. You can't go wrong. All right. You got your water, your bigger. I mean, the opportunities are endless. And every time, listen, I went all the way to Texas, right? Let me tell you something. I went up there with 4 of the biggest VI flags. And guess where I got them from? Guess where I got them from? My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Let me tell you, when it come time for me to represent, I know where to go. And they last. Okay? You can throw them in the washer. You can reuse them. You can go down the road, tie around your neck, every juve, every parade. Represent, okay, with your whole chest. Believe that. So, My Lot Variety Store, you've always coming through. Y'all always have the goodies, and you always keep me smelling like money, honey. Okay? So, I get all my body butters, all my oils, all my incense, all that smell good stuff. Okay? So, make sure to head on over and tell them Neek sent you. Also, the Flaming Grill STX. All right, they definitely do a great job of keeping us belly filling, man. I'm glad. Hold on, what people I'm used to say. You know what I mean? So every weekday we have specials from the Flaming Grill, formerly known as Spicy Grill. Okay, Monday it was bang shrimp. Tuesday is roti. Every Tuesday is roti day. Okay, you could get it with a bone in, you could get it with a bone out, you could get it with a shrimp. Hey, as long as you know where to go get it. Okay, it's the Flaming Grill STX, and it's right there on the Queen Mary Highway, right across from the Ag Fair grounds, right before you bear left to go to the BMV. Oh Lord, I was on a loss of words for a second there. But yeah, to head to the BMV, and if you head on over to if you make it over the first speed bump, you gone too far, because it's literally right on the corner. As you make that turn, just park. Okay, and let them know Neek sent you, because I like to make sure that my people are taken care of. So I'm gonna let you know where to go. And if you didn't know, now you know this sauce is to die for. So make sure you head on over to the Flaming Grill. If you want to order ahead, that number to call is 340-778-6270. They got everything from mahi, shrimp, pastas. They got veggie plate. They got burgers of all kinds. They got salads. They got wraps. They got, you name it. Okay, just what's a spicy? Oh, the formerly Spicy Grill, the Flaming Grill, because it definitely adds some spice, make it a little nice, and turn up the heat. So now it's the Flaming Grill, baby. Head on over. All right. Also gotta say a huge shout out to Liberty VI, always a big sponsor of the show. Thank you guys. And guys, I want to make sure that you know that there is some new technology lurking on through these Virgin Islands. It's kind of a little hush-hush. Nobody really talking about it much, but we know it's there because people have been truly making a switch, all right, and heading on over to Liberty VI for their true fiber experience. And every Friday, you have the opportunity to get free installation if you sign up on a Friday. That's the Fiber Friday experience, okay? So on Fridays, you go and you get free installation, but regardless of whenever you sign up, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm telling you, you still get your 30 back money day. Lord, how I do that? 30-day money back guarantee, okay? So head on over to Liberty VI and make sure that you are getting ready. The school year starting, and don't get left behind. Make sure that whether there's power or no power, your little ones can get their homework done, because even when the power is out, Liberty VI's True Fiber continues working for you. All right, so keep it locked right here. You already know we're going to bring you all the hottest and everything. Well, guys, we got to pay some bills really quick, and we're going to be right back in just a bit. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and a Bush Tea in the morning, each and every weekday morning with your girl, Neeks. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Harbors, bays, and shorelines are part of the beauty and lifeblood of the Virgin Islands, and we have a responsibility to protect them. This is your Democratic Senator, Kenneth Kenny Gittens. After major storms, too many damaged and abandoned boats were left deteriorating in our waters, creating environmental hazards, threatening navigation, and leaving taxpayers responsible for costly cleanups. That's why I introduced legislation requiring vessels anchored or moored in our territorial waters to carry basic insurance coverage. This common sense measure helps ensure that when emergencies and/or disasters happen, resources are already available for removal and cleanup, instead of shifting the burden onto the people of the Virgin Islands. It's about accountability, protecting our environment, preserving our coastlines, and keeping our islands clean and safe for future generations. I respectfully ask for your continued support so I can continue fighting for practical solutions that protect our community and our future.
Paid for by the supporters of Kenneth Kenny Gittens.
Good day, this is Stacey Plaskett. Milton Potter and I are often asked how people can help our campaign. The answer is simple: vote on August 1st. But first, make sure you're registered as a Democrat. If you're not registered as a Democrat, you cannot vote for us in the Democratic primary. You can register or update your registration at election system offices or online at vivote.gov. Don't sit this election out. On August 1st, vote for the power of two. Plaskett Potter, number 2 on your ballot.
Here's what the record shows. Governing is an opportunity to deliver for Virgin Islanders. Tregenzo Roach and the Brian Roach administration had 8 years. 8 years with responsibility for our public money. 8 years to strengthen safeguards and protect trust. Under the Brian Roach administration, former police commissioner Ray Martinez and former OMB director Jennifer O'Neill were both convicted in a federal public corruption case. One was responsible for our public safety. The other is responsible for our budget. Now Tregenzo Roach is asking for the top job? Before you vote, ask who protected your money. What does the record show? Make your plan. Vote in the Democratic primary on August 1st. Paid for by Virgin Islands Advancement Coalition.
Legacy Tires, where you get quality tires at the lowest price on island. Locally owned and operated with more than 40 years in the tire business. The professional staff at Legacy Tires would like to welcome everyone to come in and experience a better way to love your vehicle. Visit us today, 57 Cal Oakley, or call us at 340-690-8973. Legacy Tires, where you are family too.
Vote number 3 to Congress. People want to know where you come from. Terry Halanis. I'm a born crucial. Terry Halanis. What I'm saying is true. Terry Halanis. I come from a Jew. Terry Halanis. I am very cool. Terry Halanis. Educating good old school. Terry Halanis. My father that he can believe it or not. Terry Halanis. St. Anne Church in Barron's Party. Terry Halanis. This is some of my accomplishments. Terry Halanis. In black and white is proven. Terry Halanis. Got 1 billion for rum cover over. Terry Halanis. 97% Virgin Islander. Terry Halanis. And Captain Morgan Diageo. Terry Halanis. I want you all to know. Terry Halanis. Terry Halanis. Number 3 on the ballot.
There's new and exciting news from the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. Now in its final phase and in conjunction with the University of the Virgin Islands Eastern Caribbean Center, the Street Addressing Initiative is a territory-wide project to instate a nationally standardized addressing system with corresponding street signage. Will aid in meeting requirements that are essential to our infrastructure, like delivery services, disaster recovery and emergency management efficiency, and utility operations. It will also enable visitors and residents to use navigation apps such as Google Maps and Waze to get around and explore our beautiful islands with ease. In the coming months, St. John will be the first island completed. To learn more and how you can be a part of history in this exciting project, go to ltg.gov.vi. Click on the Division tab, select the EIS program and Street Addressing Initiative. The Street Addressing Initiative, making it easier for all of us to get around.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. We've got one cloud of Saharan dust getting set to depart the area. It'll be pushed out by a tropical wave that'll pass through the area tomorrow, and then more Saharan dust will move in behind that wave for Thursday and for Friday. For today, National Weather Service has another heat advisory in effect for the area from 10 this morning through 5 p.m. this afternoon. Hazy sunshine and very breezy today, hot 90 to 95. The heat index probably up over 105 today. Partly cloudy, maybe a stray shower shower or isolated thunderstorm overnight, breezy 75 to 80. Mix of clouds and sun tomorrow. Chance for a few showers or an isolated storm. Breezy 85 to 90. Then back to hazy sunshine, breezy and hot on Thursday. Highs 90 to 95. Offshore, exercise caution. East winds at 15 to 25 knots today. The waves running 4 to 8 feet, less off the western side of the islands. Chance of rain offshore this morning, 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
Believe. Na, oh, oh. Wake up in the morning and I sip bush tea. Yeah, this Cruciano, and you're listening to the one and only Nix and Bush Tea in the morning on 101.3 Roe FM. Say
Hey. Yes, I. Much love, Cruciano. You already know.
I only there for the weekend.
Hey. I'm telling you, the Virgin Islands, nice, baby. Good morning, 1010. Good morning, Christopher Roberts. I see you guys. To everybody on the app as well as Facebook Live. I see you. I got some shout outs, man. Irene, I see you. Much love to everybody that's always tuning in and showing love. You already know what time it is. Yes, guys. This is his latest drop. I only here for the weekend. Only here for the weekend, not Monday through Friday, like Bush Tea in the morning. But we're gonna make the best of it. You already know. Cruciano doing big things, and sometime this week we should be hearing from him as well. We have a scheduled interview with him. Where he's at, what he's doing, what he's been up to, because he moving in silence, but he making some big moves that representing the Virgin Islands in international ways. As far as going to some of the biggest award shows in music and being nominated yet again. Oh yes, for the Caribbean Music Awards hosted by BET. That's going to be coming up in probably a few weeks, as a matter of fact. Hey. So make sure, guys, listen, one thing I'm going to always stress is we got to make sure that we're supporting our artists. Why? They are ambassadors, true. And every room that they step into, they representing where they from, okay? Where they been, where they going, all that good stuff. So listen, VI Lodge and in charge, man. That's right. We only here for the weekend, man. But right now we here for Bush Tea, baby. And I hope y'all got your nice hot cup ready and going. If not, it should be at least brewing by now, right? Add a little extra sugar in there for me because it's Tuesday. All right. How many of y'all heading out for tacos today? How many of y'all really be on that Taco Tuesday bit? I prefer my Tuesdays to be a little tantalizing. So, I like a little switch up here and there. You know what I mean? I could do his little thing, but I might go get me some seafood tacos today. I might. So, anyways, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the tea time question of the day. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. This week's tea is turmeric and ginger tea, okay? A golden cup with warm spice and old time healing energy. Okay, so sometimes you can combine your herbs and spices to make it, all encompassing for whatever your needs are at the time. Sometimes it's just soothing. Sometimes you have an ailment you're trying to, get rid of. And other times it's just to make sure that you are restoring those things that your body needs. Now, let me give y'all a little tidbit that I might not have mentioned any time before. Did you know that our body needs certain minerals, iron, calcium, things of that nature that don't necessarily always come from or directly from our food sources, primarily because our food sources are tampered with. We're aware of that. We know that. If you're living in 2026 and you don't know what's going on with food on the western side of the world, I don't know where you've been. But, okay. So that being said, a lot of times we're eating for fulfillment, but we're not being fulfilled because we're not getting the, micronutrients and things that we need, or our bodies are not designed to absorb them properly. Do you know that a lot of those very same nutrients, herbs, and things we can get from the teas that we drink? That's a great way to replenish your body on a daily basis to make sure that it has what it needs to do what it's supposed to do, right? You can't just rely on food, especially when everything is fried and basted and, and covered in cheese. Okay. So, we come from a very colorful community, and we like fried food. Two things you're gonna find in the Caribbean: fried food and sugar. We like sweets, we like cake, we like tarts, we like, stews and all the good stuff. So, you find a lot of diabetes all the time, which is really good to find ways to counteract that or help your body to flush these things out so that we can fight, the things that plague our community: diabetes, hypertension, things of that nature. So tea is a good way, and you don't have to be a specific age to start. As a matter of fact, when I was growing up, tea was a consistent part of my upbringing, in the morning and in the night before bed, because it would help the kids to sleep longer and a lot more, get a lot more rest. So I am practicing that with my kids now, and I really want to encourage others to do the same, because the food is not getting any better. It's only getting worse. We really got to do better to take care of ourselves. You got to look out for yourself, because you can't trust the society, the community, or the infrastructure to really care about your well-being. You got to do it for yourself, and each one reach one. So today's tea, again, is turmeric and ginger tea, and ginger has long been used in Caribbean homes, as we all know, for stomach discomfort, nausea, gas, cold season support, sore throat, and that warm feeling that you get when the body feels heavy or run down. All right. Turmeric is yet another root from the ginger family, and it's known for its bright yellow color. Okay. Not to be confused with curry, but it's very similar in color. Okay. Where was I? So its active compound is curcumin, and researchers have studied turmeric for inflammation, joint discomfort, digestive support, and general wellness, but they also caution that results can vary and that supplements or strong medicinal use should be handled carefully. Now, together, turmeric and ginger make a tea that many people drink when they want something warming, grounding, or soothing. Some people add black pepper because it may help the body to absorb curcumin better. Others add lemon, honey, cinnamon, or a splash of coconut milk to soften the strong earthy taste. Now, I think I'm going to try this. Okay, this sounds like something I really want to try. A little sweet with a little coconut milk, and the color might look a little off placing, because I know it's going to be a bright yellow, like a mustard yellow, right? But something about it, when you think about the cinnamon and the coconut milk, the lemon and the honey, I'm like, I might have to try this. I actually want to try this specific concoction, so I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes. And I'm gonna try before the week is out. I was actually talking, right? But like every bush tea, this one calls for balance. Cooking with turmeric and ginger is one thing. Drinking strong teas every day or taking concentrated supplements is another. All right. People on blood thinners, diabetic medication, blood pressure medication, those preparing for surgery, pregnant or nursing mothers, anyone with gallbladder or bleeding concerns specifically also should check with a medical professional before using it heavily. Okay, moderation is key, and that's why I like to switch them up. You can't always drink one thing all the time, because what happens is it builds up in your system over time, just like anything else, right? So moderation is key. All right. Now, it's a golden cup with a little fire, a little spice, and a whole lot of comfort. Ginger comes through for the stomach and the throat, while turmeric brings that deep golden color and earthy healing tradition. It's a tea many people use for digestion, inflammation support, cold season comfort, and warming the body from the inside out. But natural does not mean careless. Know your body, know your medication, and sip with wisdom. That's right. So that's right. I hope, and if anybody happens to try it before I do, shoot me a text, shoot me a message in the DMs, call me, link me, let me know how you feeling it. And, is it up there with top ones? I gotta know. Because I think I'm going to add some lemongrass in mine. Because lemongrass is just king for me. I love me some good lemongrass. So, all right. Now, moving forward, VI historical figure of the day. All right. This is a very popular name, especially right here on the Big Island. You guys going to know exactly who it is the minute I call their name. All right. So, today's Virgin Islands historic figure is none other than Dr. Arthur A. Richards. Yes. All right, he is a St. Croix educator, administrator, scholar, and one of the most important figures in history of higher education in the Virgin Islands. Dr. Richards was born in Frederiksted, shout out to the west side, St. Croix, and came through the local school system before continuing his education on the mainland. He earned his bachelor's degree from Howard University, his master's degree from Hampton Institute in 1961, and his doctorate in educational administration and supervision from New York University in 1965. In 1980, Dr. Richards made history when he became the second president of the University of the Virgin Islands and the first native Virgin Islander to lead the institution. He was inaugurated on Charter Day in 1981 and served as UVI president from 1980 to 1990. His leadership came at a crucial time for the university and for the territory. UVI was still very young, still defining its role and still building its identity as a place where Virgin Islanders could receive a higher quality education rooted in Caribbean life and culture and global opportunity. Dr. Richards' presidency represented more than just administration. It represented possibility. The idea that a son of St. Croix could rise through education and return to lead one of the territory's most important institutions and one of the United States' top HBCUs, okay? His name continues through the Arthur A. Richards school legacy on St. Croix, including the new Arthur A. Richards pre-K through 8 school project, which was described as the first new public school built in the territory in nearly 3 decades. So Dr. Arthur A. Richards reminds us that education is one of the strongest forms of nation building. His life tells every Virgin Islands student that where you start does not limit where you lead. All right. So I hope you guys keep that one with you and it resonates deeply. This is why it's so important for us to really understand the stories behind these important names in our culture, in our history, and our heritage, because they come with a message. They come with a story to tell. It's not just about what they accomplished, but all that they had to overcome in order to have those accomplishments. Today we kind of see adversities and we think, oh well, if it's difficult, that means I shouldn't do it, or if it gets too hard for me to do, maybe I should go a different route or whatever. Don't quit. You don't quit. You hear me? If you're not failing at what you love in some way, shape, or form, if it's not hard, if you're not going through adversities, then you are never going to be shaped to the person that you are supposed to be in order for you to properly traverse your wins when you get them. Okay, the adversity is not there to discourage you. It is there to shape you. It is there to cultivate all of the little characteristics you are going to need in order to properly handle your win. Have you ever seen somebody win the lottery? And a lot of times they win the lottery and you go, oh my God, they're so lucky. I mean, Google it, okay? Look up lottery winners online and read the stories of what happened in their lives after they won the lottery. And it's not because they won the lottery, it's because of who they were when they won. They were not yet the persons that they needed to be in order to properly navigate the win. So therefore, the win ended up being a curse versus a blessing. Okay? Do not give up on your goals because of the adversities. Do not, if you have to sit back for a while, if you have to step back and really assess the situation, do that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's gonna be, nothing is gonna change. Nothing is going anywhere. You're not missing out on anything. Take the time. pause for the cause, for real, okay? And then come back stronger. Assess where you need to be better, what you need to work on. Do the work, and then come back. And I promise you, you're going to be so much better at who you are and what you want to do with yourself. And you might even get a little more clarity in terms of what you thought you wanted versus what you really want. And pay attention to the God-given talents and characteristics that God already placed in you, because you already have everything that you need. But much like any kind of crop, right? I compare it to crops, because even though the soil might be rich and the seed might be ready, it still has to go through a process in order for it to become, fruitful. So the same, God doesn't make any mistakes, all right? The same applies to us. We are a literal living, breathing embodiment of everything in nature, every single aspect and element in nature, which is why a lot of times you can't make sense out of life. Reflect on nature, and a lot of times it'll give you that answer. All right, so that's my morning motivation message for you guys so far. But let's get into what's going on along these shores. We got some community highlights to talk about, some things we got to ring this bell for. You already know. And then we got to cut to a quick commercial break. So let me see if I run through at least the highlights really quickly, okay? So Virgin Islands books are headed to a national literary spotlight. Can you believe it? 2 works, celebrations, local culture were selected for the 2026 Great Reads from Great Places program. Creative Kalalu by Danica M. David, and Brunans and Hummingbird by Mario Picayo. All right, congratulations to you guys. And we really need to do more highlighting of VI authors and VI books. Okay, so if you know of any, please shoot me a message, link me, tell me, hey, check this person out. This is somebody great to highlight or look into. Why? Because we have great stories to tell, and a lot of our stories are not known outside of our diaspora or along our shores, because we do not do a great job of talking about it, much like we do it just about everything else. But we don't do a great job of highlighting it. Okay, literary arts are kind of falling into the background because everybody feels that they can listen to a book versus reading one now. I was on the plane and I saw a guy reading, and I was like, oh my God, that's so refreshing to see somebody actually turning a page. I love it. The authenticity of it. I'm an avid reader, so I'm big on that as well too. And I feel like it's just one of those things that should never die out. I don't care how far technology goes. Reading is fundamental, always will be. So I love these literary arts, and shout out to all these authors that are doing great things in their fields, especially for the children's books. We have books on finance, we have books on even love and relationships, we have books on the history of St. Croix, St. Thomas, of St. John, and we also have some great fictions as well too that we can relate to, and you can almost read it in your accent and you'll feel like, what? Okay. So one of my favorite top books of all time is literally called The Gold of St. Croix. So if you know the author, shout him out. But let's get into the literary arts some more, guys. So shout out to them, okay? Moving right along, USVI volleyball is stepping on into an international stage. The territory is competing, all right, currently in the 2026 NORCECA Women's U21 Pan American Cup, with matches against Costa Rica and the Dominican Republic this week. So shout out to you guys. Wishing you the absolute best. Make sure y'all wave your flags, representing a big VI energy everywhere you go. Oh, yes. And guys, be sure to check out these games and support them as well. Drop them some comments, some messages, words of encouragement. It makes a huge difference. All right. Now, Family Resource Center is preparing for its Peacemaker Gala. The July 11th event will support services for individuals and families affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, and other violent crimes. Also, community leaders continuing pushing collaboration through the rebuilding of the Village Initiative. The Emancipation Day meeting invited nonprofits, government agencies, educators, businesses, and residents to gather around community action and stronger partnerships. And we need that. Work with that. You already know, okay? The village. We need to get back to that. So I'm here for it. All right. Now, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. I don't even want to get into these stories just yet. And we're going to get into what's happening in and around our shores right here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And shout out to everybody that's listening, no matter where you are listening from. Shout out to all our listeners in the States. We have a lot of supporters out in the States that listen, like actually actively get up every morning and listen to Bushy in the morning regularly. Okay, shout out to you. So everybody that was out in Houston, everybody in Georgia, Florida, New York, California. You already know. We got some people in Tennessee. Shout out to you. It's always love. You already know. Thank you guys for reaching out. And I just gotta say, man, it's Virgin Islands everything. Believe it. It's our movement, guys. Let's cut to these quick commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back in just a bit. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, baby. Keep it locked.
Roe FM.
8 years. What's the plan? On August 1st, Virgin Islanders face an important choice. The current Lieutenant Governor has spent the last 8 years in office. After 8 years, Virgin Islanders deserve to ask a simple question. What has been accomplished and what comes next? The Street Initiative was important. It started under the De Jong administration, a project that should have taken a few years, stretched into 2 administrations, which you served 8 years out of the 12 years, and the project is still not completed. Our banking system remains difficult for families and businesses. Insurance costs continue to burden homeowners and businesses. Too many residents still struggle with the same problems they faced years ago. Now, after 8 years in office, the Lieutenant Governor is asking for a promotion to Governor. But where is the plan? Where is the vision? Where is the roadmap for the next 4 years? Virgin Islanders deserve more than slogans. We deserve specifics. How will our economy grow? How will housing become more affordable? How will healthcare improve? How will government services work better for ordinary people? How will we create opportunities for young Virgin Islanders to and build their future at home? His running mate has served in public office for years as well. Together, they represent the political establishment that has overseen the status quo. If the problems remain the same, why should we expect different results? This election is not about personalities. It's about performance. It's about accountability. It's about results. On August 1st, ask the hard questions. Demand a plan. Demand results. Demand leadership that moves the Virgin Islands forward. Because after 8 years, business as usual is not enough. The Virgin Islands deserves better.
Sponsored by Forward Movement.
Need a dumpster bin rental? Planning a land clearing or demolition project? Shane Trucking has you covered with 20-yard and 30-yard dumpster bin rentals at special rates. When it comes to dependable service, affordable price, and getting the job done right, there's only one name you need to remember. That's Shane Trucking. Call or text 340-626-9178. That's 340-626-9178. Shane Trucking. The care is superior and the service speaks for itself.
Parents, are you looking for a well-rounded summer camp? Interchanges, where the fun never stops and the adventure never ends, presents 2026 Summer Camp. Face Fantastic Adventure Camp Explosion. We offer academics, pool party, horseback riding, gaming and technology, fishing, cooking, music, art, bowling, Buck Island adventures, and fun-filled field trips. Camp lasts 8 weeks, June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 3 to 13 are welcome. Register May 23rd, 10 to 2 p.m. at Victorious Believers Church. Get your kids ready for a fantastic time. Stay connected on Facebook or call me, Miss Teatree, 340-719-1725. 340-719-1725. Block grant accepted.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, Democratic candidate for governor. Healthcare delivery at our hospitals is a concern affecting all of us. Both the Wang F. Louis Hospital on St. Croix and the Roy L. Snyder Hospital on St. Thomas provide roughly $40 million in uncompensated care annually. This revenue shortfall affects everything: the standard of patient care, the ability to buy essential medical supplies, and the capacity to recruit and maintain qualified medical staff. Within the first 100 days of the Donna and Rodney administration, I will appoint a special committee to submit a state plan amendment to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services seeking higher reimbursement rates to generate new funding for our hospitals. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
Tired of your internet going down? Liberty True Fiber changes everything. Awarded the fastest internet in the USVI by Ookla, Liberty is the only provider who can deliver 500 meg symmetrical speeds starting at $75 a month. On St. Croix, True Fiber is available in Estate Diamond, Downtown Christiansted, Downtown Fredericksted, including Two Brothers, Smithfield, Wheel of Fortune, Clifton Hill, Mount Pleasant, Strawberry Hill, Barron Spot, Williams Delight, and more. Sign up at libertyvi.com/fiber and try it free for 30 days. Liberty VI, your world better connected.
This is the VI star boy Bugsy Bugs Busy Bee, and it's all about the Bush Tea in the morning show. I get my Bush Tea power on there. Hey DJ DJ, hey Neka Neekes, how we go? 101.3 Roe FM. Go higher, go higher. All I need me to vent is a mic. All I need in my bed is my wife. This boy can't leave from his side. Jackie school every day, Chucky in every night. He could come, he could read, he could write. Come kinda wet, never dry. When your eye get low, please get that. Feeling lonely. You by yourself, smoking a room, getting blurry. All the partners we lost, all the pain that we feel, but we live to the story. No guts, no glory. When you feeling low, go high, keep your head up. When the odds stack against you, remember you're special. When them odds stack against you, remember you're special. Lose never that, every L is a lesson. Can't trust a soul that is out of the question. Shots hit the right, had to duck, had to get low. Thing happen, shut up booming like it's metro.
Bugsy!
Step 2 to the brain.
Y'all already know, guys. We're back, man.
When your eye get low, please get that. Feeling lonely.
Hey.
Just you by yourself, blowing smoke in a room, getting blurry.
This one here for sure.
All the pain that we feel, but we live to tell the story.
That's right, that's right.
God's no glory.
Hey.
You feeling low, go
Shout out to the insect one time for the one time. You already know. Man.
Remember you're special.
And if y'all miss Heat Wave, Lord, you miss one hell of an entertainment. B-Style representing on and off the shows. You already know, Busy B, you did that. Shout out to Pompa, Jugo, hey, Blind Ears, VI Dream Team, Allah, your Daddy Fed, everybody, man. You already know what time it is, guys. Big, big love all the time, man. So let's get back into what's trending along these shows because we got a lot to talk about, to include the weather, because what is actually going on outside? First it hot, then it wet, then it hot, then it wet. Lord, I must say, we got to pick a side, right? But it's heat, haze, and tropical waves in the forecast, okay? Weather officials are watching a passing tropical wave that could bring brief showers and thunderstorms to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands by midweek. The wave is not expected to develop into a tropical system, but it may still bring some passing rain and unsettled weather. All right. The bigger concern, however, remains heat. Saharan dust, and breezy conditions. Saharan dust can affect visibility and air quality, especially for people with asthma, allergies, sinus issues, or other respiratory conditions. Heat also remains a concern for our workers, children, seniors, and anyone without reliable cooling. Remember, it's summertime and the kids are outside with these camps, so keep them hydrated. Make sure that they have their water every single day, and make sure that you urge for them to drink it. If they're coming home with this stuff with a problem, that means they're probably dehydrated. Make sure they're drinking the water, okay? For residents, this is a reminder to stay hydrated, of course. Limited strenuous outdoor activity during peak heat. And keep an eye on weather updates during hurricane season. Even a weak tropical wave is worth watching because conditions can quickly change across the region. As we have seen in places such as France and now Phoenix and Arizona as well, they're experiencing these major heat waves where, even down to stop signs, tires are melting, shoes are melting to the asphalt in the road, animals are having a hard time walking across regular terrain. It's very detrimental, and it's actually a little scary to see, because who would have thought that this would have been a possibility, to say the least, even in these times. So be careful, be cautious, and when out, go inside. Go inside, turn on the AC, crank it up. I feel really, really bad for, everybody who's living in Europe and whatnot. And there's a lot of Caribbean people. You might feel removed from it because, that's over there. But let me tell you something. A lot of Caribbean places, a lot of Caribbean islands, those are their mainlands. France, England, Amsterdam, or I should say Holland, right? Amsterdam is a city or the capital. But Holland, those places like, the ABC Islands, Saint Martin, Montserrat, Guadeloupe, all these different places like France, and of course, Jamaica and whatnot. That's their mainland. That's where did I go? So Europe is literally flooded with Caribbean people, much like how the U.S. is our mainland. You have to bear in mind. So this isn't a them problem. This is we are still definitely affected and connected in big major ways. I have a lot of family out there as well, and I know others who even have roots back to Denmark, Ireland, you name it. Okay, and not roots like we know of the family there. No, living, breathing family that you communicate with, talk to. You know their birthdays, you hang out with them. You all, fellowship and all that good stuff. So yes, it affects all of us. And they don't have AC out there. At least not like how we promote AC, and they don't believe in wasteful energy. So, and having lived out there for some time, I'm aware of that. And this is very scary to see as, it goes through the news. So be cautious, be careful. It's a very, very hot summer, hotter than normal. And it's not just coming from the sun. The earth is actually very warm as well too. So you're kind of getting cocooned into this, so just cautious, stay vigilant, stay hydrated, and a lot of different ways of staying hydrated is not just drinking water, because believe it or not, too much of any one thing isn't good for you. But watermelon, fruits, even veggies, certain veggies hold a lot of water content, cucumbers, things of that nature. So guys, do your due diligence, make it fun for the kids, give them popsicles when they're outside. They say in the 90s we'll be drinking from water hose, so make sure that you get them good water, please, I beg. All right, that being said, okay, love each other well. Now, also, moving forward, Family Resource Center Gala is set amid funding delays. The Family Resource Center is preparing for its annual Peacemaker Gala on Saturday, July 11th at Victor's Hideout. This year's theme is honoring the stars in our community. All right, and proceeds will support Proceeds will support services for individuals and families affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, and other violent crime. Events like to keep these services moving while also recognizing people who contribute to healing and community support. Domestic violence and sexual assault are not just private issues. Unfortunately, it affects all of us, and they affect families, workplace, schools, and neighborhoods. So supporting survivor services helps to strengthen the entire community. Shout out to them for putting this event together. Now, moving along, we were talking earlier in our community highlights about our literary arts. All right, great reads from great places selections celebrate VI culture. The Community Foundation of the Virgin Islands, serving as the territory affiliate of the Library of Congress Center for the Book, has selected 2 works for the 2026 Great Reads from Great Places program. Now, we have great reads, and this is definitely a great place, so I think we already qualify. The adult section is called Creative Kalalu. That is the adult selection for this year. It's art, poems, and recipes inspired by the Virgin Islands by Danica M. David. So shout out to Danica. Congrats to you. And youth selection is titled Bronancy and Hummingbird by Mario Picayu. So congratulations to you, Mario. Now, this is a proud literary moment for the territory because both selections center Virgin Islands culture, creativity, food, storytelling, and heritage. Books like these help to preserve our local identity while introducing wider audiences to Caribbean imagination and history. For young readers especially, seeing local stories recognized nationally can be powerful, and it tells us that Virgin Islands voices belong in libraries, classrooms, national programs, and conversations about American literature. All right, now, so, in other news, disorderly ferry behavior won an issue during celebration season because, Lord, what was going on? Port officials are warning that disorderly behavior on ferries must end after an increase in chaotic incidents among travelers returning from St. John's celebration events. Officials say the incidents threaten the safety of passengers, crew, and ferry port operations. The warning comes during a busy cultural season when ferries carry large crowds between St. John and St. Thomas after nightly events. When passengers refuse instructions, fight, push, or disrupt boarding and unloading, it can create dangerous conditions in very tight spaces. Officials are reminding travelers to follow crew instructions, respect security procedures, and help to keep transportation moving safely. Celebration is meant to be joyful, but public safety still matters. A safe ferry ride is part of making sure everyone gets home after the fun is done. All right, so the fact that we even need to say this means I won't behaving at all. I wonder. Okay, point them out, bring them out. I need to know, but we really got to do better. And we tend to have conversations about, the young people and who doing wrong, this, that, and the other. But listen, as adults, y'all got to check yourselves as well too, because I'm pretty sure when just kids in these altercations, y'all got to make sure that you are setting the right example. This is insane. The fact that a publication like this even needs to come out in any way, shape, or form, volumes. But where we know better, we got to do better. All right, so. That being said, police reported 3 separate cases over the weekend, including 2 extraditions from Florida to St. Croix and the arrest of a 19-year-old on St. Thomas in connection with alleged vehicle thefts. One extradition involved a minor sexual assault case, while another involved a firearm and ammunition matter. The third case involved alleged June 14th theft of trucks in Sugar Estate and a dirt bike in Haven site. These cases show the range of investigations law enforcement continues handling across the territory, from serious violent or sexual allegations to property crime. For the public, extradition cases are a reminder that leaving the territory does not necessarily end a criminal matter. Okay, for those of you in the back. Now, if warrants are issued and agencies coordinate, suspects can be returned to face charges. Each accused person will have the opportunity to respond in court as the cases proceed. All right. Also, a St. Thomas man was jailed following a domestic assault reported at a local gas station over the Independence Day weekend. The case drew attention because it unfolded in a public space and added to a series of holiday weekend incidents that kept police busy. Domestic violence can happen anywhere, at home, at work, in public, or during what begins as an argument. Public incidents can especially be alarming because bystanders may witness the violence but not know how to safely intervene. So the safest message in this is if you see a situation becoming violent, call for help and avoid putting yourself directly in danger. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. Make sure you're not putting yourself in danger. Now, survivors also need access to trusted support, safety planning, and community resources. Violence inside relationships is not just a family matter. It is a public safety issue. So we got to make sure that we're looking out for ourselves as well as each other. Okay. And granted, things are rough. And I'd always say, poop runs downhill, for lack of a better term. But as things get harder with the cost of living, economy, the raising gas prices, and the shuffling of all things financial, you start to see a lot more aggressive behavior, not just in our community, but across the board. But we see it on a more concentrated level here, simply because, of course, we're surrounded by water, we're surrounded by our shores. Everybody knows everybody. It's very easy for us to pop off, and Caribbean people just, we extra all about it. So it doesn't take a whole lot, especially when people feel disrespected in any way, shape, or form. But I would advise everyone to take the time to walk away. Okay, live to talk about it another day. A lot of times these situations won't matter in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and we're so heightened in emotion that we're willing to, risk everything that is in our lives, in our livelihoods, our families, for things that, over time will just cease to matter. So walk away. It does not make you a punk. It does not make you soft. I mean, as a matter of fact, it makes you very wise, and it makes sure that you live, because you never know just what straw might be the final straw for an individual that takes them there. You don't know what people are carrying or what they're dealing with. You don't know what pressures they're facing on a daily basis, or what outlets they may have or not have. And as you see the rise in, and now granted, things are always going to happen, and it's not just here. I hate when people try to make it seem like only in the Virgin Islands has, violence or anything of that nature. No, it's not. All throughout the Caribbean, everywhere in the world, every state, every county, every city, every country has violence, some more than others, right? But it's very concentrated here because we are very small people, and we are a very close-knit community. So everybody feels it, through the families, through the experience, through memories, whether you grew up together or you did projects together, your families were combined through mutual marriages, dates, or whatever the case is. Like, we're all affected, and you're seeing that, so I want to really ease up a lot of pain and hurt that our community is going through. There are a lot of people that are suffering not more than one death in their families and in their with their loved ones, and that's very, very hard to just get up every day and continue like nothing happened. Like, I can't say it enough. So each one, reach one, be kind to each other. And when you ask people how they're doing, mean it. Don't just let it be, a societal thing where it's like, hey, how you doing? How did you run them? Yeah, they good. Because that's the only answer people run. Underneath that, they good and we good. There's so many things that aren't good that people just don't speak on. And all they really want to know, a lot of time people say they're good because they really don't feel like anybody cares anyway. So care for real, And when people tell you what's going on with them, keep it to yourself. Like, don't be nasty. Don't be like that. Okay? No, not everything is a story to tell. Who you think you be? Tyler Perry? That being said, keep it locked. We're going to be right back. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. We're going to be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Ay, ay, ay.
Good day. This is Milton Potter. Stacey and I are often asked how people can help our campaign. The answer is simple. Vote on August 1st in the Democratic primary. But first, make sure you are registered as a Democrat. If you're not registered as a Democrat, you cannot vote for us in the Democratic primary. You must register or change your registration to Democrat by July 2nd. You can register or update your registration at the election system offices or online at vivote.gov. Don't sit this election out. For progress we can see and feel. On August 1st, vote for the power of two. Plaskett Potter, number 2 on your ballot.
Sponsored by the Caribbean Democratic Alliance.
Mobile and true fiber. Some things are better together. I'm mobile phone and true fiber. Now everyone is happy, 'cause they have a mobile phone and true fiber. Better together, we are. Better together, we are. Better together. Mobile and true fiber.
Liberty, your world, better connected.
Are you looking for another source of income while earning an in-demand marketable trade that enhances your resume? If so, the Virgin Islands Air National Guard is the best-kept secret of the Air Force that provides you these opportunities and so much more. Take advantage of these amazing benefits while serving locally in your community 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. To learn more, contact your Virgin Islands Air National Guard recruiter at 340-277-8.
USA. Napa Auto and Truck Parts in Croy closed for our annual inventory count July 10th and 11th. We will resume regular business hours Monday, July 13th at 8 a.m. Again, this is an announcement to let you know that the Napa Auto and Truck Parts in Croy store will close for a store-wide inventory count July 10th and 11th, and will resume regular business hours again on Monday, July 13th at 8 a.m. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Your new beauty destination, The Makeup Bar, featuring premium makeup and skincare brands you love. Visit us at Five Corners Plaza on St. Croix. Open Thursday to Saturday, 12 to 7 p.m. The Makeup Bar, because everyone deserves to feel beautiful.
The new 101.3 Roe FM. Hip hop. The most hip hop. WEVI. Frederick said. Christian said. St. Croix. Station in the world. A Lima Rose station.
The Virgin Islands has always been a place of rich culture, incredible flavor, and hardworking entrepreneurs. This is Democratic Senator Kenneth Kenny Gittens. During the challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic, many residents turned their passion for baking and cooking into a way to support their families and earn additional income. That's why I introduced legislation to establish a structured and supportive system for safe and legal home-based food businesses in the Virgin Islands. This measure creates opportunities for local entrepreneurs to legally prepare and sell approved homemade products like breads, jams, cakes, and other shelf-stable foods, while ensuring consumer safety through registration, permitting, and food safety training provided by the Department of Health. It's supporting small businesses, creating self-employment opportunities, reducing unnecessary red tape, and helping our people grow and succeed. I respectfully ask for your continued support so I can continue fighting for practical solutions and economic opportunities for the people of the Virgin Islands.
Paid for by the supporters of Kenneth Kenny Gittens.
I love it. I love it.
Roe FM.
It's AWTITUDE Ras Attitude representing the Boondocks, yeah, the black organization of noble diplomats optimizing expressions. Yes, when I'm here live on St. Croix, I'm listening to the original Neka Neekes on the Bush Tea in the Morning show, people. I got my cup sipping in the drop top dipping, see? Hopefully and rightly, we're here live on 101.3 Roe FM. Turn it up!
The new 101.3 Roe FM has the power. Lock it down for the best hip hop, R&B, reggae, and everything Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
This is. That's right. That's right. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen.
Let me say what I'm gonna say, let me stay on the topic. Grown woman, I do what I wanna do. Why you tripping when I come right home to you? Why you so quiet?
Hey.
The silence here like
Man, listen me. I off a little bit this morning, man. I miss a whole segment. How are you tell me that?
when I think too far, you always get too far.
Shout out to everybody that's on the TuneIn app as well as on the Facebook Live. Good morning. We'd also be live on YouTube as well too. That's right. Just look for us. 101.3 Roe FM. Don't forget that W, the E, the V, and the I, baby.
Wake up, be there when you wake up. Let's go.
Oh yes. Also gotta say a huge shout out again to our sponsors, My Lord Variety Store. My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, that is, as well as Flaming Grill STX. And Liberty VI. Oh yes. I also want to remind you guys, hey, it's a vibe. A VI vibe for sure. Listen, it's the return of Molly Dunn. You're right, he's gonna be right back here on the Big Island Saturday, July 25th at the Queen Mary and Paradise Flea Market. I gotta say a huge shout out because my girl Rosa gonna be making birthday on that day. She's gonna be celebrating her Earth Strong. You already Rosalia Clark, okay, you're big, you're large and you're in charge. You already know it's love all the time. Okay, so guys, listen, we're going out there. You don't want a 101.3 Roe FM. We're going to be in the building, okay, representing and showing it down. So ladies, get your fits together because this is one of those. This is definitely one of those. We stepping on out, okay? Gentlemen, come with your best behavior because if you mess up our night, we're going to be very highly upset with you, you know. Very, very upset. And I don't know, the only thing worse than one upset Caribbean woman is a room full of them. So I please come with your best behavior. Leave your mess and your stress on the block, okay? Leave it home. Don't come with that. Leave that. We don't need that. Now, there will also be performances by Felix London and Banco Bismol, all the way from the BVI, okay? So partner with the shots, and the BIZMOL is gonna be in the building, turning it up alongside the Don himself, okay? Tickets are only $50. So get your tickets at DPM&M, Strictly the Best, or Cachet L'Amour. All right, for VIP bookings and information, there's a number for you to call. So if you know you're trying flex, go on and give them a call at 340-227-1397. That number again is 340-227-1397. Ladies, we're stepping on out, okay? Because where there are dons, there are baddies. I'm telling you, keep it locked. Guys, oi, oi, oi! Shout out Dean, I see you. Always an avid supporter for sure. Also, guys, I want to remind you guys, today is July 7th, and Majestic Entertainment presents Vogue LaCroix is coming on up, guys. The sweetest day parties of the summer. So, listen, despite, the precipitation and the heat and the Sahara dust and all that, listen, we still got enough time to get outside and look fly doing it, okay? So, one ticket gets you 2 luxury day party experiences on Saturday, July 11th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., okay? Be sure to ask for peaches and cream. I know you're getting all up in between. Hey, at Eliana B Artistry Studio, featuring the best in Afro beats, R&B, soca, and brunch vibes. Powered by none other than DJ Chubby. Yes, the girls them love DJ Chubbs. All right, now DJ Shay is representing a one time and one and two. Shay, I see you. All right. And also, that's just one event. That's Peaches and Cream. But the second event, remember, is one ticket to 2 luxury day party experiences. You also get to head on out to Berry Lux. Okay. So Berry Lux is going to be at Rehab Sports Bar and Lounge with the hottest rap dance hall. Reggae. I'm telling you. And we got sounds juggling from Kimo Dan from down in the West, as well as Party Jesus. Talk to me, noise. Yes, they're going to bring the vibes so sweet that make you feel like you go water. All right, so enjoy VIP perks, including reserved parking, delicious hors d'oeuvres, personal VIP attendant services, hookah, and express VIP entry. So dress to impress, good vibes, great people. Oh, yes, and unforgettable memories. So listen, and you got to wait till the sunset because it's a day party experience. So make sure you get your tickets today at VogueLacroix.com. That's VogueLacroix.com. Make sure you go and check that out, okay? Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer. Oh, yes. And listen, today is Tuesday. So, tonight we're going to also have the 340 exchange right here on 101.3 Roe FM. So be sure you're tuning into that. It's still a heavy election season. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get back into these conversations the real way. Okay, so I got to say a huge shout out to Summer Sibley Brown doing it big on the 340 exchange alongside Shamari Haynes. We also got Chris and Mojanaya. Hey, they're doing it big, and I'm loving to see how they represent for the young people and, making their voices be heard and making sure their faces are seen. They're in and about, they're shaking hands, kissing babies, they're doing it the right way. And it shows that young people are definitely involved. And when we get involved, baby. So listen, don't back out now. We here, we ain't going nowhere. So shout out to them. Make sure you join in on the exchange this evening. You can tune in on the TuneIn app as well as on the Facebook Live, just like you do with Bushy in the morning. All right. And you can call in at 340-715-7948 to join in the conversation, as well as to even just, congratulate them. So, yes, you already know, okay? That's what it is. Oh, yeah. Also Thursdays, Levels Halves, the sit-down candidate conversations, meet and greet at 6:30 p.m., followed by a live question and answer at 7 p.m. All right, it's very informative. They have the discussions with the community and the candidates. And then, after all the serious business is handled, we get to vibe on out with great music and drinks. They got sushi by none other than Gifted Cuisines, and those cuisines are gifted in every way, shape, and form because, Lord, it'll go down so nice. Nothing is better than after debate, making sure that you have something nice and juicy to eat, like good, tempura sushi. So, Kayan, shout out to you, my dear. Also got to say a huge shout out to West Giol as well as 340 Comics for making sure that they represent, and they also go live for the the candidate sit-downs as well. We were not there last Thursday due to the St. John festivities, as well as the fact that I was off island. However, this Thursday we're going to be in the building, okay, picking on back up like we never left. So you can tune in live, you can tune in on the air, but we would much prefer you come on out and sit down, fill these chairs, and let's rub some shoulders and get these conversations happening. Bring your questions, the real ones. Change only happens when we're real with ourselves. So bring the real conversations and don't be afraid to hold each other accountable. Let's do it. All right. That's at Levels Thursdays. To sit down, the candidate conversations. It starts at 6:30. All right. The sooner you get there, the better. All right. I'll see you guys then. Oh, yes. And guys, we still got some more ads we got to play. We got to pay some bills, get to our sponsors really quick, okay? And I will be right back with more news along our shores right here on 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tina Mana with your girl, Neeks. Keep it locked. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Everything Virgin Islands. 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, your Democratic candidate for governor. Small businesses in the territory are being squeezed by subcontractor agreements that delay their payments until the prime contractor is paid. This policy creates an undue hardship and strain on our local business and economy. Commit to partner with our business community to build fair solutions and expedite payment, because small businesses are the backbone of this community. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
What you think about Donna? Be sure about Donna. Positive about Donna. We voting for Donna. She will run things better. We need Donna for governor.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
Become the host with the most with summer savings at the Home Depot and make every gathering one to remember. Get fired up with savings on grills that bring everyone together, outdoor power tools to keep your yard ready all season long, and flowers for a fresh pop of color. From backyard cookouts to summer celebrations, you'll have everything you need to welcome your guests with style. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Hey, hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where cars only used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts. From oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories, they have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top-notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop for quality auto parts, unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
Parents, are you looking for a well-rounded summer camp? Interchanges, where the fun never stops and the adventure never ends, presents 2026 Summer Camp. Face Fantastic Adventure Camp Explosion. We offer academics, pool party, horseback riding, gaming and technology, fishing, cooking, music, art, bowling, Buck Island adventures, and fun-filled field trips. Camp lasts 8 weeks, June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 3 to 13 are welcome. Register May 23rd, 10 to 2 p.m. at Victorious Believers Church. Get your kids ready for a fantastic time. Stay connected on Facebook or call me, Miss Teatree, 340-719-1725. 340-719-1725. Block grant accepted.
Saturday, July 11th, City of Refuge Worship Center presents Level Up 2026, Birthing Your Gift and Calling. Get ready for a powerful day of inspiration, motivation, and transformation, featuring an incredible lineup: Olympic gold medalist, world champion, and NBC sports analyst Sanya Richards-Ross, entrepreneur, social media powerhouse, and founder of Crayon Case Cosmetics brand, Raynell Super Scent Stewart, basketball coach and former professional player Tegan Shepard, and backed by popular demand, bringing the laughs and energy. It's comedian Josiah Joe, and hosted by transformational leader and entrepreneur Apostle Mona L. Barr. Check-in begins at 10 a.m. Conference is from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Your investment is only $100. Dress code for this event is Earth Tones. It's Level Up 2026, Birthing Your Gift and Calling, Saturday, July 11th at the City of Refuge Conference Center, sponsored by Cigna and the City of Refuge Worship Center.
Salve, amici. Are you craving a taste of Italy on our enchanting little island? Head to Alfio's Pizza for an authentic Italian feast that will transport you straight to the heart of Sicily. Craft your own pizza masterpiece with the freshest ingredients. Vegetarian options are available. And for an experience that rivals Nonna's kitchen, savor the island's best lasagna. Save room for our divine homemade desserts, cannoli, the Queen Elizabeth, and more. Whether you dine in and embrace our cozy atmosphere or opt for a quick takeout, Alfio's Pizza is your passport to Italian indulgence. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Call 340-719-8800 to order or reserve a table. Mangia bene, vivi felice, buon appetito.
Welcome to the new and improved My Lord Variety Store and Smokes, conveniently located in the Barron Spot Village Mall, Bay 14, St. Croix, USVI. You could see it from the road. Discover a world of delight from our soothing soaps, enchanting essential oil, and holistic scented body oil. We have a wide variety of therapeutic incenses, traditional burning sages, scented candle. We provide everything that makes your senses come alive.
Smoke fill up the skies from yours truly.
We offer the most extensive range of rolling papers in the Caribbean. Pre-rolled coal, filter tip, rolling tray, exotic bong, custom-made pipes, grinder, CBD hemp products, ice cold drinks, liquor, and much more. And don't forget the blend. Be sure to come in and scratch for your chance to win on any of our many Caribbean lottery games. Play Pick 3, Pick 4, Powerball, Mega Million, and Super Lotto. My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Be sure to follow us on social media at My Lord Variety Store. Your satisfaction is our priority.
Visiting St. Croix or looking for the kind of gift that people actually use? Elements in downtown Christiansted offers drop-in passes for travelers, gift cards for the wellness-motivated person in your life, and private party bookings if you want the space to yourself. 2 saunas, 3 cold plunges, open air, open hours. Plan your visit or pick up a gift card at elementsstx.com, the Virgin Islands' home for contrast therapy.
When I asked for your trust, I made a commitment to fight every day to improve the quality of life for the people of the Virgin Islands through action, solutions, and results. This is your Democratic Senator, Kenneth Kenny Gittens. Since the devastating hurricanes of 2017, too many rebuilding projects have faced unnecessary delays because of slow permitting and government red tape. That's why I introduced and successfully passed legislation allowing the Department of Planning and Natural Resources to offer expedited building permits through a special accelerated process. This common sense measure helps move construction projects forward faster, supports economic development, creates jobs, and helps our communities rebuild stronger and more efficiently. Progress cannot wait, and our people deserve a government that works responsibly and delivers results. I respectfully ask for your continued support so I can continue fighting for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Virgin Islands for all.
Paid for by the supporters of Kenneth Kenny Gittens.
Greetings, Virgin Islanders. This is Tregenza Roach. The money to rebuild is here, but won't be forever. And when projects are delayed, costs climb. What we need now is leadership that delivers on time and efficiently without compromising accountability. Senator Nobel Francis and I will create a better system to oversee recovery projects so everyone can see what's moving and what's falling behind. One that you and our partners in the legislature can trust. We'll always give our local businesses their fair shot and pay them on time so more recovery dollars stay right here at home. The recovery isn't finished, but under Roach Francis administration, it will be. That's what Serving with Purpose will do. Vote for Roach and Francis on August 1st.
Paid for by Roach Francis for Governor and Lieutenant Governor.
Now at churches, buy one, get one free Tuesdays. Buy one wing, get your second wing free. Now you can fly. Buy one of anything and get one free. Bring your friends. Churches Tuesday giveaway while it lasts. Fly with 2 wings. Only pay for one. Now at churches in Sunny Isle, my son.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. We've got one cloud of Saharan dust getting set to depart the area. It'll be pushed out. Tropical wave will pass through the area tomorrow, and then more Saharan dust will move in behind that wave for Thursday and for Friday. For today, National Weather Service has another heat advisory in effect for the area from 10 this morning through 5 p.m. this afternoon. Hazy sunshine and very breezy today, hot 90 to 95. The heat index probably up over 105 today. Partly cloudy, maybe a stray shower or isolated thunderstorm overnight, breezy 75 to 80. Mix of clouds and sun tomorrow, chance for a few showers or an isolated storm, breezy 85 to 90. Then back to hazy sunshine, breezy and hot on Thursday, highs 90 to 95. Offshore, exercise caution, east winds at 15 to 25 knots today. The waves running 4 to 8 feet, less off the western side of the islands. Chance of rain offshore this morning under 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
You're live with Neka Neekes on Bush Tea in the Morning. You heard?
It's AWTITUDE representing the Boondocks, the black organization of noble diplomats optimizing expression. Neka Neekes. Yeah, man, you make the song play sweet. Yeah, people rocking and dipping out the street. Attitude said that. Look how the vibe sweet. Boondocks.
What to tell 'em? It's a Shabbat thing. Suckling sing. Yard up for him, kick up. Rock wine. Sing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Sing. Dance silent swing. Sing. DJ is stuck up in the beer bomb rhythm. Sing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Sing. Gold bell a ring. Sing. Knife and fork a fine for dumpling.
Booyaka, booyaka. Hey. Talk to me. Good morning.
Yes, them are the done to the biz. We have the key. Put the gun to the and turn him in. Okay, who they think they are? Yes, they can't allow me.
Hey,
I am the general in the DJ army.
Hey,
I am cross on the T.
Hey, talk to me, Shabba Rankin. How are you doing? How are you doing? Shout out to everybody on the TuneIn app and the Facebook Live. Hey. Hey. If you're not on this one, you're a little too young. Yes, yes, yes. You tune into the island's hottest. You know, we got the hottest in entertainment, news, music, media, and so much more. Old school to new school, we got it all, baby. Hey. Hey. Yes. What? Hope are you waking up. I know it's summertime, you know. If you guys like that, I feel good for you, my son. You ain't gotta really get up too early. To all my graduates who's taking it nice and easy this summer. What y'all getting into? What plans do you have? Have you checked all your resources? Check and double check all your boxes. Hey! That's right. And to everybody that is traversing a new era in their lives, whether it is you're just ending one chapter and starting another, man, I'm there with you. We celebrating with you, man. Congratulations. And that could be everything from graduations to weddings, new births,
I get the
new jobs and opportunities.
many I come on the chosen is me. It's for Caesar, for me. Came on me, now they came on me. I am the general in the DJ army.
That's right. Okay, General, I see you. Shabarangs, that's ting-a-ling, man. But guys, listen, we got some more news we got to get into. It's already 22 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Time flies on. We having fun, and that's one thing we don't run out of here at Bush Tea in the morning, okay? We might not always have the brown sugar for the bottom of the cup, but we always gonna have fun. Yes. I lie, mean lying. All right, so tell me what y'all spent on this morning. Let me know. But then, listen, I got some more news to put in your cup right now, okay? So, guys, right now, and, I wish I had better news, but a traffic stop in St. Thomas waterfront reportedly uncovered a loaded 9mm handgun after a red light violation. Cases like this show how routine traffic enforcement can sometimes lead to larger public safety discoveries. The gun cases remain a major concern in the Virgin Islands, especially as the territory continues dealing with violent crime and shootings. A loaded weapon in a vehicle raises questions about licensing as well as intention and how firearms are moving through the public spaces. The case now enters the court process where the accused will have the chance to respond. But for residents, it is another reminder that road safety and gun enforcement can intersect in unsuspecting ways. So, yes, okay. Now, that being said, police handled a heavy slate of holiday weekend cases across the territory, including extraditions out of theft, assaults, and incidents. Long weekends and major celebrations can bring larger crowds, more movement, and increased demands on law enforcement. For residents, the story is a reminder that public safety does not take a holiday. Police, emergency responders, ferry staff, security officers, and hospital workers often face some of the busiest periods when the rest of the community is celebrating. The goal now is for each case to move through the proper legal processes while officials continue urging residents to report suspicious activity, avoid conflict escalation, and make safe choices during public events. Also, beachgoers received good news ahead of the July 4th weekend when 30 popular swimming areas across St. Croix and St. Thomas met federal water quality standards and were considered safe for swimming and fishing. I know as of early last week, Monday and Tuesday, we were saying that, the waters were not safe. So wait, but they are safe now and just in time for the weekend. So those of you that were able to enjoy the beach, shout out to you. And for those who might still be wanting a little dip down, but you're unsure, you got your green light. Okay, now beach water testing is important for public health because not just because of runoff, but also sewage problems, heavy rain, and other environmental factors can affect water quality. And let's not forget the sargassum, right? When beaches pass testing, residents and visitors can enjoy swimming with a lot more confidence. This kind of update always matters in Virgin Islands because the beaches are a part of our daily life, our daily tourism, recreation, family gatherings, and our economy. And it's a rite of passage that we just inherit through birth, right? It's a birthright for us. Now, residents should still check current advisories before heading out, especially after heavy rainfall. And speaking of beach advisories, the summertime is a good time. If you don't know how to swim, that was a grand time to start tapping into that, I'm just saying, I always get confused when people say, they're born and raised in the islands, but they never learned how to swim. Like, how? I get it from in the States because, if you live in the States, there's not a lot of chances that you were ever around real bodies of water. And let's be absolutely transparent. Swimming in a pool and swimming in the ocean is two completely different experiences. You can't even mirror the two. So I get it when I hear people in the States say, I can't swim. But you surrounded by water, you grew up in the culture, you eating mango and soursop and plantain, and why it's dukana and dashi, and you don't know how to swim. We gotta fix that. Summertime is a grand time, and there are a lot of programs that are actually assisting. Now, what I would like to see is some adult programs, because they have a lot of adults who happen to miss the swimming initiation when they were kids for whatever reason. But, imagine you going Buck Island and them kind of thing, you can't swim. What are you doing out there? What are you doing on a boat? So, listen, don't shame we. We's Caribbean people. This is a part of our culture. This is a part of who we are, okay? Like the movie with Moana. She say, remember who you are. I'm telling you. So, guys, make sure you know how to swim, please. Don't embarrass me. Now, the United Nations Weather Agency is warning governments worldwide to prepare for stronger weather extremes as El Niños continue to strengthen. This El Niño thing is... Now, El Niño in Spanish usually means little boy, right? The little boy. This ain't not little at all, okay? At all. So, Don't play with this thing. This is heat of a whole different caliber. Now, forecasters say countries should expect an increased likelihood of severe heat waves, heavy rainfall, flooding, droughts, and wildfire conditions during the coming months. Emergency planners are being encouraged to prepare communities now, particularly those already vulnerable to flooding, food insecurity, and water shortages. Scientists stress that when El Nino is a natural occurring climate pattern, its impacts are being amplified by long-term global warming. Also, several European countries continue to experience dangerous summer temperatures, with parts of France expected to reach more than 106 degrees Fahrenheit during this week's Tour de France. Now, race organizers have increased hydration stations, cooling measures, and medical support as cyclists prepare to compete under extreme conditions. Officials, however, have also discussed adjusting race schedules should temperatures continue climbing. Across southern Europe, emergency services remain on alert as communities deal with wildfire risks, high electricity demand, and growing public health concerns related to prolonged heat exposure of that caliber. These are degrees, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't no little, I say, no, wow, outside hot, let me go inside. No, this is insane. When you are seeing tires and lights literally melting like they were made of plastic, okay? You're seeing tires on cars sticking to the asphalt. Animals not even wanting to traverse across roads at all whatsoever. Asphalt is serious on our extreme heat and pressures. It's just one of those things you really just can't prepare for. Like, imagine you going outside and the paint on your car is bubbling up. So if that's what's going on the outside, could you imagine the inside? Oh my gosh, now is not a good time for leather seats at all. You cover them things, but listen, it's a time. What a time to be alive. Just when we thought COVID was the height of it, right? Now, global entry markets watching Middle East stability. Oil markets remain relatively stable this week as investors continue monitoring diplomatic movements in the Middle East and shipping activity through the Strait of Hormuz. The waterway remains one of the world's most important energy corridors, transporting a significant portion of global oil supplies. Any disruption could quickly affect gasoline prices, airline fuel costs, shipping expenses, and consumer goods around the world. Energy analysts say market remains cautiously optimistic, but continue watching regional developments closely. All right. Now, I can't say enough on that. International finance markets continue balancing optimism over easing energy prices with caution surrounding inflation, geopolitical tensions, and climate-related disruptions. Investors remain focused on interest rates, global trade, energy markets, and economic growth forecasts. While markets have shown resilience in recent weeks, economists say uncertainty surrounding weather disasters and geopolitical developments could continue influencing investor confidence throughout the summer. So in North America, you got to watch out because there's dangerous heat continues across much of the eastern and central United States. Numerous cities remain under heat advisories. Power grids continue operating under heavy demand, and residents are urged to limit outdoor activities during peak afternoon hours. In Europe, France, Spain, Italy, and neighboring countries remain under extreme heat. Wildfire danger remains elevated across southern Europe. Tour de France organizers continue implementing heat safety measures, and in Asia as well. China continues emergency recovery efforts after severe flooding and landslides. Additional rainfall could worsen flooding conditions in several provinces, and scientists continue monitoring one of the largest marine heat waves on record. So no, the water doesn't just feel warmer, it is warmer. Okay, ocean temperatures remain well above average, increasing concern for hurricane activity later this season. What we don't want is that warm water, okay? Because that warm water mixing with the cool air, oh Lord, that is a recipe for destruction. One that sometimes even these thick Sahara dust can't save us from. So let's keep our eyes open on that. And please take the time to make sure that you are staying prepared. Stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. It is hurricane season, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Party season, summer season, get back to school season, none of that matters. It is still very much hurricane season first, and we have to be cautious. All right. Now, that being said, Weather has become almost much of a headline as the matches themselves during the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Several games have already experienced delays because of the thunderstorms, the lightning, and excessive heat. What a combination, huh? Now, officials continue monitoring weather conditions before every match and are prepared to delay kickoff whenever lighting threatens player or fan safety. Meteorologists say additional thunderstorms are possible in several cities that are hosting this week, meaning weather could continue influencing tournament schedules. And that in itself is a whole lot to traverse in a short space of time. So guys, use wisdom, check the weather before you head on out so that you can make sure that you, even if you're not dressed for potential implementing weather, you at least walk with what you might need, whether that be a jacket, raincoat, umbrella, or extra water and a fan, depending on what it is, because you get it from both sides these days. Lord have mercy. It's a lot. Okay. Now, that being said, governments and major technology companies continue investing billions of dollars into artificial intelligence infrastructure, with growing discussions about regulation, workplace impact, cybersecurity, and ethical safeguards. AI remains one of the world's fastest moving industries and will continue to be. How do you guys see AI affecting the Virgin Islands per se? Do you see it as a benefit? Do you see it as something that we might need to wait out for a little while, make sure that other things in place before we just start throwing AI at everything? We're seeing it come into play in business, and the flyers are definitely running a route. So okay, AI flyers, ChatGPT flyers, you name it. AI is definitely here. It has made its way to the Virgin Islands, and it's all throughout our timelines and our algorithm. So what other ways outside of promotion tactics and applications are we seeing that AI can benefit, some of the ways that we're trying to traverse change in our territory? Okay. Maybe even in this election season, might AI be an assistant in terms of counting or keeping record, things of that nature? I just throwing out that ideas out there, but who knows? Because it's one of those things we are not going to be able to avoid for much longer. And I remember I was driving not too long ago, and I saw a robot cutting grass at our prominent resorts here on the territory, and I just stood there. I had to pause. I had to stare for a little while, and of course, I tried to scan and see if I see anybody with a remote control, because I was saying to myself, I know this isn't what I think it is already. And not cutting no little nip of grass, No. We talking about no small yard. We talking grass, okay? And I was thoroughly impressed because this thing was not missing a spot. I was like, man, look how somebody just lose a little bag right there, because as much as I'm seeing that we were paying for cutting the grass in our school campuses and how much money was going into that, okay? Maybe, just maybe, this might be a thing. It might be a wave for real. And as technology continues to grow, maybe we need to grow with it and pay attention to how we, do our businesses. Instead of having a grass cutting or landscaping company, maybe you should have the company that provides the robots for the landscape. We can adjust such ways, right? Hey, each one reach one. There's so many ways to do this. Now, AI out of the way, let's get back into some local news as well, because I didn't finish talking about all that was taking place here locally before we got into some of the world news and whatnot. So, St. Thomas Independence Day holiday dispute reportedly escalated to gunfire and attempted murder charges. The case adds to continuing concern about conflict turning violent during holiday periods and large public gatherings. When arguments escalate into weapons use, the consequences can be life-changing. Families, bystanders, neighborhoods, and first responders all become affected. The justice system will determine the outcome, of course, but the incident itself highlights the urgent need for conflict resolution, de-escalation, and stronger community intervention. All right. So again, I said it earlier in the show, walk away before anger becomes irreversible. One moment of rage can become a lifetime of consequences. And we're seeing more and more of that consequences. And yes, it could be a lifetime of consequences, not just for you, but for your loved ones. All right. Because if you don't make it out of that fight, there are a lot of people that are going to be grieving you. A lot of money has to be spent. A lot of resources will have to be used. An entire community of people you grew up with, outside of just friends and family, are going to be grieving your loss, in addition to others. And we've had a lot of that in recent months. We don't need no more. So please utilize the ability to walk away. Use wisdom. And mothers, parents, let me tell y'all something. There is so much power in praying over your children before they leave. Whether it's for school, whether it's to go to party, or to go bowling, or to go hang out, or even just to go down the road to the store to go pick up something. Pray over your children. Start your day covering them in prayer. Reason being, we try to protect them physically, mentally, and emotionally. But if you are not covering that spiritual side, you leave a door open for energy to get in, and you don't want that, okay? Not everybody you come in contact with will have your best interest at heart, and the same for your children. And a lot of times when people can't get through to you, try to target your children, okay? Unfortunately, this is the world that we live in. But cover your children. Cover them in prayer. Cover them in wisdom. Make sure that you're having discussions with them about what's going on in their lives. Sometimes they just need outlets. Yesterday, we had 3 beautiful young ladies in here. I want to say a huge shout out to them again. Clinaya Titus, Nia Brown, and Byron, and Rashani Saki. And let me tell you, the conversation that I had with them yesterday truly stuck with me all night. I was even thinking about it. I said, look at that. Look at how she was able to formulate that into a sentence, into words, and into a statement that as the younger generation, they don't feel like they're cared for, like their experience were considered, that they're ever allowed to be heard. And perspective is truly everything, and it changes from generation to generation, correct? So my perspective on something is definitely going to be different than the perspective of someone else who might be experiencing a different timeline in their childhood. You understand? So we have to be able to lean into their perspectives. We have to be able to listen, even when we don't agree. Listen, hear them out. Give yourself the opportunity to see something beyond your own expectations and beyond your own experiences. Really listen to them. Sometimes it comes off as rude because what society deems to be proper and improper has changed drastically over the years, and a lot of things they missed out on. They weren't taught, or it wasn't enforced with their generation. So to now in conflict, lean on them and say, hey, I's the old man, so I have to be right, or I'm the one you have to listen to, and that shuts them down, and then there's no resolve. And then we also are asking for them to care about a community that disregards them. That does not make sense. When is the last time that you poured into somebody that blatantly disregarded you or made you feel less than human? All right, so those are the ways we want to get through to our young people. That is where we have to start, because people don't what's the saying I'm looking for? They don't care what you know unless they know that you care. Yes, that's what it is. A lot of times, and that's across the board. Man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. Black, white, brown, green. It doesn't matter what background you come from. People do not care what you know unless they know that you care. Okay, so let's apply that to our young people and stop disregarding them, whether it be through medical support, financial support, educational support with their extracurricular activities. We don't support them when it comes to extracurricular activities as well, like partying, what are their interests, enjoying themselves. There's no place for them to go and be teenagers, to go and hang out, other than probably the bowling alley and a movie theater. And let's be for real, you do that enough times, I as an adult, I get tired of it. Okay, so it's not because it's bad, it's because it's limited. All right, and that's not to say anything against those institutions or those businesses, because they're definitely doing it. They're holding us down a long time as well. But we got to get creative, and we got to stop getting in the way of how we can invest into our community. And a lot of that goes into how small businesses are treated also, because I can't cater to my community if every time I turn around and I try to initiate something in my community, I get smacked down, I get knocked down, or there's favoritism in terms of where support is rendered or due or given. We got to do better about that, and it all trickles down to the lesser of our citizens, which is the elderly as well as our young people. So we got to do better where that is concerned. But guys, we're going to cut to wait, hold a minute. Yes, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and I will be right back after these messages. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tea in the morning. You already know it's your girl Neeks bringing it to you nice and hot and sweet. All right, it's Bush Tea in the morning, baby. Don't you touch that dial. We're going to be right back.
I am Delia Smith. I was raised on St. John by a single mother who God has blessed me to be able to care for as she approaches her 94th birthday. I'm also a wife, a mother, and most happy, a grandmother. I'm a graduate of Udorican High School and UVI. After high school, I worked as a secretary at the AG's office, but my constant desire to do more pushed me to apply to law school. I graduated from Texas Southern University School of Law and proudly returned to the AG's office, now as an attorney. I served as an assistant U.S. attorney until President Joe Biden honored me by appointing me United States Attorney for the District of the Virgin Islands. During my tenure with the U.S. Department of Justice, I was, by law, prohibited from publicly participating in politics. But as a native Virgin Islander, I've always had a strong opinion about how together we can and we must prepare, preserve, and improve the quality of life in these islands. We all know we can do better. I'm therefore presenting myself as a candidate for a delegate to Congress. With your support, I will again take the oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, this time as your advocate in Congress to obtain all that we need to build and secure a safe future for our territory. I approve this message and I asked for your vote in the Democratic primary on August 1st and with your and the Lord's favor on November 3rd. Thank you.
Paid for by Delia Smith for Congress.
Tired of your internet going down? Liberty True Fiber changes everything. Awarded the fastest internet in the USVI by Ookla, Liberty is the only provider who can deliver 500 meg symmetrical speed starting at $75 a month. On St. Croix, True Fiber is available in Estate Diamond, Downtown Christiansted, Downtown Frederickstead, including Two Brothers, Smithfield, Wheel of Fortune, Clifton Hill, Mount Pleasant, Strawberry Hill, Barron Spot, Williams Delight, and more. Sign up at libertyvi.com/fiber and try it free for 30 days. Liberty VI, your world better connected.
Hi, this is Roca, and I'm from St. Croix, Frederickstead. Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Rhodes is a lawyer. Senator Nova Francis Jr. was a police commissioner, and both had served as senators, holding government accountable even when it was politically unpopular. They know how to ask tough questions. They know how to demand results. And they know how to stand up for the people. No applause or social media attention needed. That kind of experience matters when it comes to lead. They serve you, not the few. On August 1st, primary day, vote for the Roach Francis team. Let's put serving with purpose back in government.
Paid for by Roach Francis for Governor and Lieutenant Governor.
Hey St. Croix, listen up! Your favorite spot, formerly known as Spicy Grill, is still turning up as the Flaming Grill. Same flavors you love, now with more options. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. You can't miss it. We've got barbecue chicken, baby back ribs, pork chops, lamb chops, ribeye, and New York steak. Plus, fresh grilled salmon, mahi-mahi, and shrimp. And don't sleep on those daily specials. Kanken butter sauce, rich oxtail, Tuesday roti, and so much more. Always cooked just right. Burger lovers, you're covered. Chicken, steak, salmon, dolphin, veggie burgers with fries, wraps, wings, salads, hot sides, the whole lineup. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. Call ahead 340-778-6270 and follow us on Facebook. Same roots, a whole new flavor. Majestic Entertainment presents Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer. 1 ticket, 2 luxury day party experiences. Saturday, July 11th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Choose your vibe. Join us for Peaches and Cream at Eliana B Artistry Studio, featuring the best in Afrobeats, R&B, soca, and brunch vibes, powered by DJ Chubby and DJ Shay. Or experience Berry Lux at Rehab Sports Bar and Lounge with the hottest rap, dancehall, and reggae. Sounds from Kemodan and Party Jesus. 2 venues, 1 epic experience. Enjoy VIP perks, including reserved parking, delicious hors d'oeuvres, personal VIP attendance service, hookah, and express VIP entry. Dress to impress. Good vibes, great people, unforgettable memory. Get your today. VogueLaCroix.com. That's Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer.
St. Croix, the wait is over. It's a Vibe present the return of the Die, featuring the hitmaker Molly Die. Molly Die. Also performing live from Tola, it's Banco Bismarck.
I need to she from the job. She fell in love with the way I did chop.
And St. Croix's very own Felix London.
Sorry, babe, I got it tight. Love it when they from the streets.
All hosted by the one and only MC Bogle with juggling time, DJ Spin City, Fire Emblem, Giant Roots, and DJ Genius with Mr. Energy. Doors open at 9 p.m. sharp. No entry after 1 a.m. Early bird tickets are sold out. Get your tickets right now for $50 at DPM&M, Strictly the Best, and Cade La More. VIP and sections also available. Call 340-277-1397. It's the return of Molly Die. Saturday, July 25th, 9 p.m. sharp at the Queen Mary and Paradise Flea Market. Brought to you by It's a Vibe Promotion. You must be 18 years or older to attend and 21 for VIP.
No bones, no blood,
Welcome to the newly renovated Vegetarian Creation Restaurant. They're located in the courtyard at the Barron Spot Village Mall in St. Croix. Go and check out their spread of tasty, mouth-watering vegan dishes like red beans and coconut rice, vegetable stir-fried quinoa with mushroom, collard greens and asparagus, vegan protein, tofu, bean meat, just to name a few. They have lasagna and kalaloo too. Veggie burgers, Rasta chicken sandwiches made on our in-house bun, pastries, cake, cookies, and more. Snack on our seasoned and spicy popcorn. Vegetarian Creation have local drinks, passion fruit, goose punch, apple, and more. Ask about their special power drinks. Let Veggie Creation tantalize your taste buds with smoothies from our liquid lab juice bar, all infused with our special ingredients. Love. They are the original home of the famous fried cauliflower Rasta chicken. Vegetarian Creation cater for your special needs. Come, let us tantalize your taste buds. Open Monday through Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Give them a call today and make your order. 340-773-4772.
This is a reminder from the election system of the Virgin Islands. To register to vote, you must be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old, or turning 18 before the next election, and meet local residency requirements. You must not be registered elsewhere, not be a convicted felon who has not been discharged or pardoned, and not have been declared mentally incompetent by a court of law. When registering, please bring one of the following: a U.S. birth certificate, U.S. passport, military discharge form, DD-214, or a naturalization certificate. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
For more information, contact the election system of the Virgin Islands
or vivote.gov.
Hey, hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where cars only used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts. From oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories, they have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
The new 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, Frederiksted, Christiansted,
And cry full of pure vibes.
St. Croix.
This is Rodney Moorhead, Democratic candidate for Lieutenant Governor. As a member of the Public Employees Relations Board, I know there's a backlog of over 300 plus employment claims pending at the Office of Collective Bargaining. Our unions have waited years for mediation or arbitration to resolve their workplace disputes. This disrespect ends with us. Within the first 100 days of the Donna and Rodney administration, we will fully staff the Office of Collective Bargaining. We will review every pending case with our union leaders, and we will resolve these cases fairly and collaboratively. Our union workers are the pulse of our government, and they deserve to be treated as true partners. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Donna Fred Gregory, hey, Rodney Moorhead, lead the way for a better Virgin Islands, for a better Virgin Islands.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
The new 101.3 Roe FM.
It's pressure.
Yes, it is definitely 101.3, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Shout out to the man P himself, Pressure Bus Pipe. An icon within icons. Listen, oh me. This is Friends Before Lovers. Yes, guys, we have officially come down to the end of the show.
You have always been right there. You know my troubles and my nightmares.
Good morning, Eliana.
We were meant for each.
I see you, boo.
Friends before lovers.
I gotta come look for you. Hey, my fellow Pisces babes. And we there in another water season yet again. Cancer season about. Hey guys, listen, it's been Bush T in the morning, another awesome rendition. You already know. Thank you guys for rocking with me, true and true, right here in the studio. It's almost like you're right here with me, right? Now listen, I gotta say a huge shout out to our sponsors, My Loud Variety Store and Smoke Shop. All right, make sure to head on over there and check them out. The number to call 340-690-5043, located right there in the Barron Spot Shopping Center. You can't miss it. Also to the Flamin' Grill STX right there on the Queen Mary Highway across from the Ag Fair grounds. The Flamin' Grill, formerly known as Spicy Grill. All right, they adding spice on everything nice, turning up the heat, and now it's the Flamin' Grill STX. Give them a call at 340-778-6270. And if you're wondering what to eat for lunch, today is roti day. Roti day. Okay, you get bone in, bone out, or just shrimp, baby. I'm telling you, a bus up shot is that. Okay, so again, our number is 340-778-6270. Go check them out. And a huge shout out to Liberty VI. All right, making sure that we stay connected even when the power's out. What a liner. Listen, I'm telling you, Liberty VI is coming through heavy this season. So if you know you have some little ones at home, they're going to school, you might even have, you know, a graduate who's headed to university, and you want to make sure that they have all that they need to stay connected and be successful. Head on over to Liberty VI and find out if your neighborhood is one of those neighborhoods that is already fiber ready. Okay, keep it locked right here. And also, as usual, you know, guys, I can't forget to mention, you have to go and register to vote. www.vivote.gov. Okay, be sure to go and check it out. Get yourself, you know, registered, stay in the know. All the young people that I run into, okay? I don't care, regardless of age. From 17 and up, go register. Go and register. And no, you don't have to necessarily wait until you're 18. As long as you're 18 before the next election season, you are able to go and register. So go get the information, take all your documents, your paperwork, and right here on 101.3, we're always making sure that you know exactly what you need to do to be prepared. So keep it locked and you'll stay informed. I promise. Okay? There ain't no gimmicks. All right. So, also, I want to remind you guys that if you are in need of an interview, you want to get some information in terms of how you can market with the station, because if you are listening to Everything Virgin Islands and you are not promoting Everything Virgin Islands here on the island's hottest, the new #1 station in the Virgin Islands, I'm telling you, I don't know what you're doing with yourself, but our numbers show with over 180,000 100,000 listeners, okay? I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with 101.3 Roe FM. And of course, we like to make it nice and sweet with a little boost in the morning. So, guys, give us a call at 340-204-8512 for interviews or advertising questions. All right, we'll be sure to get back to you. Shoot us a text, give us a message. I do not recommend sending us a message on social media because we're probably not going to see it. Why? Because social media gets spammed too much, and who wants to deal with that, right? I don't. Not even my personal life. Imagine a radio station page. It's crazy in there, insane. Okay, so just use the number or the email address, or I'm going to be like to, it's probably easier if you comment in the comment section during a show because we're going to see that, okay? So be sure to reach out to us, 340-204-8512. All right, and follow us on all social media, 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI. Or you can shoot us an email at hsrcommunications@hotmail.com. That's hsrcommunications@hotmail.com for any inquiries, questions, outreach, suggestions, any of that good stuff. And for those who would also like to participate in our backpack giveaway that's taking place July 18th and 25th, okay, we're going to be right here on St. Croix, on the big island of St. Croix. We're going to be here on the 18th in front of My Lot Variety Smoke Shop, give away the backpacks and having some goodies for the kids, so be sure to come out and check that out. And also in St. Thomas, we're going to be in Emancipation Garden, the same place, same time that we did last year. All right, making sure that we representing and having a grand time with the community. So come on out, okay? Definitely come out and support. St. Thomas, is always love for everybody that reach out from St. Thomas and they say that they listen every single day. I just want you to know I'm your biggest fan, okay? Not the other way around. I am your biggest fan. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're the real MVP. And this is why we do it. Not for you. Oh, I should say, not for you, not for me, but for we. Okay? All right, guys, keep it locked. We got Angela Yee coming up next with the Midday Morning Show, bringing you yet Yee T, believe it, okay? She's gonna let us know what's going on in and out of entertainment. All right, so keep it locked right here. It's the island bringing you the hottest in entertainment, news, media, music, and so much more. 101.3 Roe FM. It's been a pleasure rocking with you this morning yet again. Until tomorrow and next time, I'll see you later. Treat each other well. I'll see you guys.
The new 101.3 playing hip hop and R&B, reggae, everything Virgin Islands.
And cry full of pure vibes.